Alexander Smith Jr. is watching us from Statesboro tonight.
Around the state. We're proud to have Georgia Farm Bureau and Baker Sports as our sponsors of tonight's
Mike
game.
Baxter, good evening to everyone at ITG
long.
Next. What's up, Mike? Here we go. Here's the kickoff.
Alexander Smith
taking
Jr.
back there at the
watching us
25.
from Statesboro tonight.
Looking for some running room, far side.
Mike
Still
Baxter,
on his
good
feet,
evening to
taking it all the way to the
ITG.
38-yard line.
Here we go.
The
Here's
return
the kickoff.
man that
Taking
time,
back there at the 25.
number 1,
For some
Amarian
running
Young,
room, far side.
for the home standing
Still on his
Crisp County
feet.
Cougars, taking it all the way to the 38-yard line.
The return
Lawrence
man
Smith, the head
that
coach of this Crisp County
time,
team.
Number 1,
Pierre
Amarian
Coffey,
Young,
head coach
for
of
the home standing
Carver.
Crisp
All right,
County
here we
Cougars.
go. What a beautiful stadium, beautiful field. It's a brand new
Lawrence
artificial
Smith,
turf.
the head coach of this
Beautiful
Crisp County team.
blue and gold
Pierre Coffey,
colors.
head coach of
Handoff right up the
Carver.
middle.
All right,
Nothing
here we go.
doing.
What a beautiful stadium, beautiful field. It's a brand new
We are seeing
artificial turf.
Markevian Hartage,
Beautiful
the
blue,
senior.
gold.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
colors.
junior quarterback
Handoff right
out
up the
here
middle.
tonight first. But as I
Nothing doing.
mentioned in the pregame, we're probably going to see him
We
and
are
Hagen
seeing
Slimp,
Markevian
a
Hartage,
sophomore,
the
share
senior.
time
Oh, I'm
at
sorry,
the quarterback
junior
position.
quarterback out here tonight first, but as I mentioned
bring up
in the
second
pregame,
down.
we're probably going to see
Hartage
him
going to
and
take it's a
Hagen
fumble.
Slimp.
Hartage is
Sophomore.
able to pick it up though.
Share time
He's going to take it up to
at
the
the quarterback
40, so
position.
he was able to get something out of nothing. Going to bring up second down. Hartage going to take it's a fumble. Actually gained
Hartage
a couple
is
of
able to pick
yards
it up,
after
though.
fumbling.
He's going
it.
to take it up to the 40.
So we've got a
So he was able
third
to get
down.
something
We'll call
out
it
of
3rd and 7 needed for the first. Just underway here in
Actually
Cordele.
gained a couple of yards after
It's a
fumbling.
rainy.
So we've got a
A
third
hard
down.
drizzle
We'll call
is
it
more
3rd and
like
7 needed for the first.
You may be picking that up
Just
on your
underway
screen
here
tonight.
in
It's been doing this
Cordele.
all day. Wet
It's
surface.
a rainy,
Hartage looks.
a
throws.
hard drizzle is more
Batted
like it.
down.
You may be
Incomplete.
picking
They were
that
trying
up
to
on
throw a
your
little
screen
crossing
tonight. It's been
route.
doing this all day.
But
Wet
one of the big
surface.
defensive linemen for
looks,
Carver able to get his
throws.
big paws up there
Batted
and knock
down.
it down.
Incomplete. They were trying to throw a little crossing
So Crisp
route.
County going to go 3 and
But one of
out.
the big
They're going to be
defensive linemen
forced to
for
punt it
Carver able to
away.
get his big paws up there and knock it down.
Mike Baxter
So
says there's
Crisp
an
County gonna
echo.
go
We'll see if
3
we
and
can
out.
get that
They're gonna be
fixed for you
forced
guys.
to punt it away.
Deshaun Suggs says, let's go Carver Columbus.
Mike Baxter says there's an echo.
Thanks
We'll
for
see if we can
finally
get that
covering a
fixed for you
Carver
guys.
Columbus game. Glad to do it.
Deshaun
Try to get around the
Suggs
state
says,
as
"Let's
much
go
as we
Carver
can.
Columbus."
Carver
Thanks for
trying to run a
finally
man off
covering a Carver
late.
Columbus
They
game.
got
Glad to do
nobody
it.
back deep.
Try to get
They're
around the
coming
state
after
as
the
much as we
punter.
can.
And we've got whistles
trying to run a
now.
man
Let's
off
see what we
late.
get here.
They've got nobody back deep. They're coming after the punter.
There's a lot of
And we've
confusion
got
here on the
whistles
Carver
now. Let's
side.
see what
They
we
had
get
nobody back deep. They were bringing everybody
There's a lot of
to
confusion
try to
here
block
on
the
Carver
punt.
side. They had nobody back
In the
deep.
process.
They were bringing everybody
It's going to be a
try to block
penalty
the punt.
on Crisp County.
in the process.
So back them up 5. It'll be 4th
Gonna be a
down and about
penalty
12.
on Crisp
Still a punting
County.
situation.
So back
and
'em
again,
up
Carver
5.
still
It'll be
nobody back
4th
deep. They're
down
bringing
and about
everybody
12.
against this punter.
Still a
Here he
punting
goes.
situation. And again, Carver
They
still nobody
just
back deep. They're
able to
bringing
get it
everybody
away.
against this punter. Here he goes.
Carver came
They
100%
just
for the
able
block.
to get it away.
And they were
Carver
able to
came
punt it away.
100% for
And
the
we got a
block.
penalty flag, and I think they're going to get a
They were able
running
to
into
punt
the
it
punter.
away. And we got a penalty flag, and I think they're going to get a running into the punter.
So how about that? Carver, the very
So how
first
about that?
series,
Carver.
they brought everybody.
The
Didn't
very
even have
first
anybody back
series,
deep.
they
You got to
brought
love the
everybody.
aggressive nature there
Didn't
for
even
Coach
have anybody
Coffey.
back deep. You got to love the aggressive nature there for Coach Coffey.
Wow. Not only is it a
Wow.
running into the
Not
kicker,
is
it's
it-
a
not only
roughing
is it
the
a
punter.
Running into the kicker,
And
it's a
that
roughing
is going to
the punter.
give Crisp County
And that is
15
gonna
yards
give
and an
Crisp
automatic
County
first down.
15 yards
So I
and
just
an
mentioned the
automatic
aggressive play
first
by
down.
Carver.
So I just mentioned the
You know,
aggressive
that's a
play
gamble.
by Carver.
It can work for you, and that
Yeah,
time
that's
it
a
worked
gamble.
against them.
It can work for you.
So
and that
now
time
here's
it worked
Crisp
against
County,
them.
a brand new set of
So now
downs for
here's
this
Crisp
offense that
County,
just
a
went
brand new
3 and
set of
out. They're at
downs for this offense that
midfield.
just went 3 and
Ball
out.
sits
They're at
right at the
midfield.
50.
Ball sits right at the 50.
First and 10. First and 10 for the Cougars. Hartage throws across the middle,
Hartage
right
throws
in the
across
hands
middle,
of the
right in
intended
the hands
receiver,
of
and
the
he
intended
drops
receiver,
it.
and he drops it.
Incomplete. It was
Incomplete. It was
intended for the
intended
big tight
for the
end,
big tight
Keshawn
end,
McCray,
Keshawn McCray,
the big junior tight
big
end.
junior tight end.
Going to bring up a second down and 10. The ball sits
ball
right
sits
at the
right
50 for Hartage. He's going to take and going to
Gonna
hand
hand
it off. Fighting for yardage. He's not going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage. You're going to bring him down for a loss of a yard on the play. And actually now they will spot it back at the 50. So he got back to the line of scrimmage. So 2 plays, no yards. 3rd down and 10 from the 50. Hartage looks. Going to throw deep down the middle. Got a man open. What a huge play. Oh, my goodness. Crisp County just hit a long bomb from the 50 to the 5. So it's a 45-yard bomb on 3rd and 10. The first real threat of the night for either team. Hartage trying to take it around the right side. He's going to be stopped at about the line of scrimmage on a quarterback keeper. How about that? It was a huge bomb. We're seeing where Crisp County already up 6-0. Or I'm sorry, Colquitt County already up 6-0. That's the game against Camden tonight. We'll keep an eye on that one. They gave him a yard on the play. 2nd and goal from the 4. Hartage wants to throw. Looking. And he's going to be sacked. Back at the 14, a loss of 10. Not good. So Crisp County had it 1st and goal to go at the 5. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal back at the 14 after a quarterback sack. Now they'll spot it at the just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Still going to be 3rd and goal to go from just outside the 10-yard line. So a loss of 6 on the quarterback sack. Our first timeout of the night. That'll give us a chance to tell you about our friends at Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Guys, if you're looking for insurance rates, you'd like a quote, go to gfbinsurance.com. That's www.gfbinsurance.com. You can get a quote on any insurance you're looking for, including auto, home, life, renter's insurance available as well from our friends at Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll also be telling you about our friends at Baker Sports here in just a moment. Don't forget also, Baker Sports brings you the player of the game. We'll be making that call toward the end of the game, somewhere around the end of the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. We'll ask you guys to help us out with that, choosing the player of the game. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal from just outside the 10. Hartage is the quarterback. He's got a receiver to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Got 1 back off his right hip. Taking a long time to get this play off. Here's the snap to Hartage. Looks, throws, complete. Did he get in for the touchdown? It's going to be 4th down from the half-yard line. Wow. Crisp is going to go for it. Wildcat. He'll take it in. They went into the Wildcat with Kevion Merrill, who's going to take it in for the first points of the game. How about that? The touchdown will come. Looking for the scoreboard. It's way over to our left. You guys have to bear with me. Our first touchdown of the night comes at 8 minutes of the 1st quarter. The extra point is good. And Crisp behind a big 45-yard bomb on 3rd and 10. From the 50 to the 5, they actually had a quarterback sack that backed them up outside the 10. Then they threw a little crossing pattern that got them to the half-yard line, made it 4th and goal to go. And they went into the Wildcat, lining up behind Kevin Merrill, the senior running back who takes it in from the half-yard out. And Crisp has jumped on top here, 7-0. Wow, how about that? What do you guys think about the early touchdown? What a play. Here we go. Kickoff, little short kick, squib kick. Well, we're seeing more and more of that in high school football, aren't we? It is becoming a rarity to see the traditional long kickoff and big kick return. Of course, one of the more exciting plays in all of football. You just don't see that a lot anymore. And part of that is, a couple of reasons. You don't want to get burned by a big kick return. And you want to maybe try to force the return team into a fumble. Maybe it'll bounce off one of the up men. Maybe you can get a break. Either way, here's Carver now. We'll see them go on offense for the first time tonight. They've got it in good field position after that short kick. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Look at that big running back. Great day. Number 2, I told you in the pregame about these guys. They got a couple of backs. That's Deontay Childs who gets the carry. 6 foot, 180 pounds. They got 2 running backs that we'll probably call their name a good bit tonight. That one's Deontay Childs. He has over 1,000 yards already on the year. He'll get the carry again, taking it to the 50. Man, he's a big back. First down, Carver. Kobe Castleton, number 1, and Deontay Childs, the 2 running backs, they'll be getting the ball tonight for most of the offensive carry. So it's a 1st and 10. Carver just on the other side of the 50 in Crisp County territory. They'll give it to Childs again. This time Crisp going to stuff him for no gain. Jacoby Hunter is the quarterback. He's a senior, 5'11", 175 pounds. He's thrown for 678 yards coming into this game. 62% completion percentage, so he's a pretty accurate passer. 6 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Second, and we'll call it 2nd and 9 after about a yard gain. Going to give it to Childs. There he goes, right up the middle. He's going to go all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. Childs is going to take it 49 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, number 2, Deontay Childs just went 49 yards for the touchdown to cut the lead to 7-6. .616 left in the first. Point after attempt now coming up here from Carver. They're going to line up for 2. Now they're going to change up their formation. They're going to spread it out. Going to try to go into a wildcat, and Crisp County's going to knock that play down. They went into a wildcat. They direct snapped it to Tristan Gibbon, 6'4". And he's not able to get in there. So with 6:16 to go, what a game. 7-6. Crisp County leads it. An incredible first possession for both teams. Crisp got it first, went 3 and out, but from the benefit of a roughing the punter penalty, they were able to get a new set of downs. And a big 45-yard bomb put them in business. 1st and goal to go. And then on 4th and goal from the half-yard line, they were able to get it in on the Wildcat. And now Carver has come back, and I got to be honest with you, 3 big runs from Deontay Childs has given them their first score of the night. So we're 7-6. This thing could turn into be a barn burner here tonight in Cordele. We're in Middle Georgia, the ITG next game of the week. Mill Creek is up on Buford 10-3. That's the start of the second quarter. We'll keep an eye on that game for you tonight. Kickoff goes out of bounds. So Crisp County will start with good field position unless they're going to make them kick it again. And that's exactly what they're going to do. You know, I didn't even know they had the choice there to do that. Let me know where you're watching the game from tonight, guys. Chat with us. Love to hear from you. Where are you watching the game? Who's your team? Waylon Polk. What's up, Waylon? Great viewership already tonight. Text your friends and tell them that the Carver Crisp County game is the ITG next game of the week. Here's the kickoff. This one is returnable. And now they're going to call for the fair catch. Wow. Surprised to see that. But I guess with a wet football, why chance it? C.J. Jones making the fair catch. And so Crisp County going to go on offense for the second time. 7-6 your score. ITG next game of the week brought to you by Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance and Baker Sports. Big thanks to our sponsors of tonight's game, sponsors of our entire 2023 package all season long. DJ Daryl Jones watching from Tampa, Florida. What's up, Daryl? Running play, right side. A late flag is going to come in. That might be a hold. And that's exactly what we're going to get. So a holding call on Crisp County. Going to cost them 10 yards. Ball going to be spotted back at the 15. They'll replay first down, 1st and 20. 7-6, Crisp on top. 2 big plays have been the difference tonight. Another run play, nothing doing. Boy, Carver's got some size. That tackle made by number 7. Now on the roster it shows Matthew Mungan. I don't think that's right. I think that's Zay Billingsley. Either him or A.J. Wilson, one of the two. Neither one is shown wearing number 7. We'll see if we can figure out exactly who it is. He is a beast, I can tell you that. Short toss across the middle, short gain, complete. That's going to bring up 3rd and a mile. 3rd and Araby needed for the first here. Lavetta Marshall is a vet watching us from Columbus, home of the Carver Tigers. Thanks so much for checking out the game. And we've got whistles here. Check the call. We've got a false start going on against Crisp. So right now you've got Crisp going the wrong way. It's going to be 3rd down and I don't know how long. a lot. Hartage is going to throw complete to Deshaun Fed. And that'll give him at least some breathing room, but going to be way short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th and long. Still 4th and about 15 needed for the first. So that will at least give their punting team a little bit of breathing room. The punter is going to be Gavin Hamilton.
Of our entire
And this time Carver is going to bring a man back deep to return this one. The last time Crisp County punted, Carver went for the block. High punt.
DJ Darrell Jones watching from Tampa, Florida.
It's going to take and roll. It's going to be a Cougar roll. It's going to be down by the Cougars.
A late
back at around the 42-yard line.
Is going to bring a man back deep
of
to
Carver.
return this.
So that's where we're going to see the Carver Tigers.
Carver went for the block.
Take it. High punt. They trail it 7-6 to Carver. Chris
is going to take
with a touchdown and the extra point.
roll.
Carver
Going to be a Cougar roll.
on a
It's
big
gonna be down
run
by the Cougars.
from number 2,
Back at around the
Deontay Childs. They went for 2,
line
didn't make it. So
of
that's where we
Carver.
stand.
So that's where we're going to see
7-6.
the Carver Tigers.
3:58 to go in the first
They trail
quarter.
7-6 to Carver. Crisp with a touchdown and the extra
Mike
point.
Sorensen says the
Carver
echo is back.
on a
We'll see
big
if we can
run
get that
from
taken
number
care of
2,
for you.
Deontay Childs. They went for 2.
Here we go
Didn't
now.
make it. So that's where we stand.
Carver with the ball.
7-6.
They're going to throw it long
3:58
and
to go
overthrown.
in the first quarter.
Pass intended for Braylon Jakes.
Mike
Incomplete.
Sorensen says the echo is back.
Had a couple of
See if we
Cougars
can
back
get that,
there with good
taken care of
coverage.
for you.
Here we go now. Carver with the ball. They're going to throw it long and overthrown. Pass intended for Braylon Jakes. Incomplete. Second down and 10 now.
Cougars back
for
there with good coverage.
Carver. Run play. Nothing doing. Wow, what a play. They went to Castleton that time.
Second down and 10 now for Carver.
Zequan
play,
Kitchens,
nothing
big
doing.
senior defensive
Wow, what a
lineman for
play.
Crisp, wrapped him up and throw him down for a 2-yard loss.
They
So
went
third
to
down and
Castleton
12
that
now. Let's see what
time.
Carver decides to do. I don't think they've thrown it tonight at all. This may change, though. May see their
Zequan
first throw of the night.
Kitchens,
Let's
big
see.
Senior defensive
Snap.
lineman for
Quarterback's going to
Crisp,
roll.
wrapped
Looking,
him up
looking
and
under
throw
heavy
him down
rush.
for a
Going to get
2-yard
rid
loss.
of it. Throwing
So
it out of
third down
bounds.
and 12 now. Let's see
Incomplete.
what Carver decides to do. I don't think they've
Jacoby
thrown it
Hunter
tonight
had
at all.
a heavy rush
This may
and
change,
just
though.
able
May
to get
see
rid of it.
their first throw of the night.
And he's a
Let's
little
see.
slow getting up.
Snap. Quarterback's going to roll. Looking under heavy
In fact,
rush.
Hunter lost his
Gonna get
helmet
rid
on
of
the
it.
play.
Throwing it out
So
of
it was a
bounds.
helmetless Hunter.
Incomplete. Jacoby Hunter had a heavy rush and just able to get rid of it. And he's a little slow getting up.
So we'll see Carver now have to punt
In
it
fact,
away.
Hunter
Great
lost his
defensive
helmet on
stand
the
that time
play.
by Chris.
So it was a helmetless Hunter.
They got a couple of men back deep. Here's the snap. Low punt.
So we'll see
And
Carver
it's
now.
going to take a,
have to
wow,
punt it
it's going to take
away.
a
Great
big time
defensive stand
Carver
that time
roll,
by
though.
Chris.
And it's going to go and be down
Couple
all
men
the way
back
back at the 15-yard line. So a line drive
Here's the
punt,
snap.
but man, did Carver get
Low
the roll.
punt. And it's going to take a.
And
wow,
we
it's gonna
are
take a big
7-6
time Carver
with
roll,
Carver.
though.
Going to be
And
taking
gonna go
over. I'm
and be
sorry,
down
Chris going to be
all the way
taking
back
over
at the
deep in their own territory.
15-yard
They're on
line.
15-yard line. They lead
So
at 7-6
a line drive punt.
on the ITG
But
next
man,
game
did
of the
Carver
week.
get the roll.
April Morris says, "Let's go Tigers."
And we are 7-6 with Carver. Going to be taking
Hey,
over.
Cuz
I'm sorry, Chris gonna be
Outdoors
taking
is
over.
watching
Deep in their
us.
own territory. They're on 15-yard line. They lead
I
at
love it.
7-6 on the
Here
ITG
we go.
next game
Crisp
of the
County,
week.
they lead at 7-6, and they've got the
April
ball at their own
Morris
15-yard
says,
line.
Let's go Tigers.
2 men here on the wing. They'll take and they'll hand it off left
Hey,
side.
Cuz Outdoors is
He'll
watching.
get maybe a yard depending on his forward
I love it.
progress.
Here we go. Crisp County, they lead it
will
7-6,
number
and they've got the ball
7,
at their own
C.J.
15-yard line.
Jones. We're
2
late
men
in the
here on the wing.
first
They'll take and they'll hand it
with
off.
Crisp leading at
left side.
7-6.
He'll get maybe a yard depending on his
2
forward
minutes, 30
progress.
seconds left in the first quarter. The scoreboard is
number
way
7,
back to our
C.J.
left. We're
Jones.
really having to strain to
We're late
try to
in
get you the
first
time.
with Crisp leading at 7-6. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left
Wow.
in the first quarter.
I
The
tell you,
scoreboard
that's a
is
smart
way back
young
to our
quarterback
left. We're
there
really
for
having to
Crisp
strain to
County,
try to get you the
Markavian
time.
Hartage. He's a junior, but he is wise beyond his years. He started to run that one,
Wow.
and he saw a headhunter of a
That's a
defensive
smart
back
young
coming at him,
quarterback there for Crisp
and he
County.
did the wise
Markavian
thing, which was
Hartage.
slide into third.
He's a junior,
Safe.
but he is wise
But
beyond
he's
his
going to bring
years.
up a third down
He
now
started
for
to
Crisp.
run that one. And he
Hartage
saw
looks,
a
throws
headhunter
across the
of
middle.
a defensive back coming at him.
Incomplete.
And he did the wise thing, which was slide into third.
Pass intended that time
But
for
it's gonna bring up a third
Deshaun
down now
Fed.
for Crisp. Hartage looks, throws across the middle. Incomplete.
So it's going to bring up a punting situation now. Pass intended that
So
time
both teams
for
with
Deshaun
explosive
Fed. Opening offensive possessions have slowed down a little bit. We're 7-6 nearing the
So it's
end of
gonna
the
bring up
first
a
quarter.
punting situation now.
Crisp in
So
another
both
punting
teams with
situation.
explosive
Carver's got a man back
opening
deep. See if we can
offensive
find that
possessions.
number for you.
Have slowed down a little bit. We're 7-6.
He's going to
nearing
get
the end of
away
the first
from
quarter.
it, and it's going to take a nice Crisp County
Crisp in
roll.
Another punting situation. Carver's got a man
And it's going to be
back deep.
down
See if we can find that
inside
number
the
for you.
30. That was number 10 back there.
He's going to get away
Cortez
from
Walker
it, and it's going to
back
take
deep
a
to return
nice
that
Crisp
punt.
County roll.
So neither team really has shown
And it's
much
going to be down inside the 30. That was
of a
number
desire
10
to want to return
back
the
there.
punt or the kick tonight.
Cortez Walker.
And
back
that may
deep to
come from
return that
coaching
punt.
instructions
So
with as
neither
wet
team
as
really
it
has
is. I don't know
shown
if you guys will
much
be able to pick up how wet it is. I know we've got some fog developing on our
desire to
screen.
wanna
We
return the
apologize for
punt
that.
or
Not
the
much we
kick
can do about that. In
And that may
wet
come from
conditions
coaching
here
instructions
tonight
with
in
as
Cordele,
wet as
it
it
has
is.
been
I don't know
a
if you guys will be
light
able to pick up
rain
how
all
wet it is.
day,
I know
and
we've
it
got some fog
continues
developing
here
on our screen. We apologize for that. Not
in
much
the
we can
first
do about
quarter of
that.
this game.
In wet conditions here tonight in Cordele, it has been a light
Wow.
rain all day, and it continues here in the first quarter
There's
of
number
this game.
2 again, Deontay Childs. He had a big run of 49 yards earlier in this game for a touchdown. That time,
There's number 2 again,
another big
Deontay
run, but it's a
Childs. He had
first
a
down.
big run of 49 yards earlier in this game for a touchdown. That time, another big run, but it's a first down.
And we've got a penalty now. False start, I believe, going against Carver. So they'll mark all 5 yards. It'll bring up first down and
we've got a
15.
penalty
The
now.
ball spotted back at the
False
30.
start, I believe, going against Carver. So they'll mark all 5
A
yards.
minute 15 to go in
It'll
the
bring up
opening
first
quarter
down
with
and
Crisp County
15.
leading
The
it by a
ball
point.
spotted back at the 30. A minute 15 to go in the opening quarter with Crisp County leading it by a point.
Pass complete. Carver's just hit a pass up across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Pass complete. Carver's just hit a pass. First
up
pass
across
completion of the
midfield,
night for
Down
Carver.
to the 40-yard line.
Goes to number 10, Cortez Walker. So it's a big
First pass
pickup that
completion of the
time.
night for Carver.
Goes to number 10, Cortez 30-yard
Walker.
pass completion.
So
So
it's a big
Walker is
pickup
going to give
that
Carver a new set of downs, first and 10
30-yard pass
on the Crisp
completion
County side of the
to
50.
Walker is going to give Carver a new set of downs, first and 10 on the Crisp County side of the 50.
46 seconds to go. And looks like we've got a timeout. That's going to give us a chance to tell you about our friends
46
at
seconds
Baker
to go.
Sports.
And looks like we've got a
Baker
timeout.
Sports and
That's gonna
Pro
give us a chance
Sports
to
are
tell you
proud
about
to
our
be the
friends
presenting
at
sponsor
Baker Sports
between Carver
Baker Sports and Pro
and
Sports are proud
Crisp
to be
County
the presenting
tonight.
sponsor.
They're also our sponsor all season long
Between
of our
Carver
ITG Nets Game of the Week.
and Crisp County tonight.
Baker
They're
Sports,
also our
want to remind
sponsor
you that
all
athletes
season
and
long
fans
of our
alike,
ITG
between
Nets
Baker
Game of the
Sports
Week.
and Pro Sports, you can get your
Baker
gear
Sports,
covered.
want to remind you that
Whether it's
athletes and
cheerleading,
fans alike,
football,
between
or
Baker
just a
Sports and Pro
weekend
Sports,
warrior
you can
kind of
get your
fan,
gear covered.
Baker
Whether
Sports
it's
and Pro
cheerleading,
Sports are your
football,
one-stop
or just
shop
a
for
weekend
top
warrior
quality
kind of
sports
fan.
apparel and equipment.
Baker Sports and
Call
Pro
Baker
Sports are your
Sports at
one-stop shop for top
904-388-8126 for all your sporting good needs.
Call Baker Sports at 904-388-8126
Also, big thanks to Georgia
for
Farm
all your
Bureau
sporting good
Insurance.
needs.
To find an
Also,
agent near
big thanks to
you,
Georgia
all you got to do
Farm
is go to their
Bureau
website,
Insurance.
guys.
To
GFB.
find an agent
That's
near
short
you,
for Georgia
all you
Farm
gotta do is
Bureau
go to their
Insurance,
website, guys.
GFBinsurance.com.
GFB. That's short.
You
for
type
Georgia
in
Farm
your-
Bureau Insurance, GFBinsurance.com.
Your town, your zip code in the drop-down
Type in
menu and find an agent near
your town,
you.
your
All right,
zip
here we go, coming
code
out of the
in the
timeout now.
drop-down
It's a new
menu
set of downs.
and
There he
find an
goes,
agent
Charles.
near
What a
you.
running
All right, here we
back.
go, coming out of the timeout now. It's a new set
Making
of
it look
downs. There he
easy,
goes,
taking it to
Charles,
the
what a
30.
running back. Making it look easy.
Carver
taking
now,
it to the
going
30.
with tempo. They're up, ready to go.
Carver
They want
now,
to try to get
going
this
with
play
tempo.
off before the end of the
They're up,
quarter.
ready to go.
They want to try to get
Give
this
it to
play off
Childs
before the
again.
end of the quarter.
There
There he goes, bursting through the line, taking it
There he goes.
to the
bursting
25.
through the line,
I
taking
told you before
to
the
the
game,
25.
Childs has come into this
I
game
told you before the game.
with over
Childs has
1,000
come into
yards
this game
rushing, and you see why.
with over 1,000 yards rushing, and you see why.
Carver offense is impressive, I tell you that. Carver offense is impressive, I tell you that. Little quick toss out here to the near side, little
Quick
quarter
toss
or
out
a
here to
wide
the near
receiver
side, little
screen.
quarter or
Crisp
a
County
wide
finally
receiver
going to drive him
screen.
out of
Crisp
bounds.
County finally going to drive him out of bounds.
As that will
As
be
that
the last
will
play
be the last
of the
play
first quarter.
of the first quarter.
With your score,
With your score,
Crisp 7,
7,
Carver 6,
Carver 6,
with Carver
with
driving.
Carver driving.
Into the first
Into the
quarter,
first
second quarter going to be
second
coming
quarter
up.
coming up.
In this
In
big
this
Region
Region
1
1
AAA
AAA
matchup. Both
Both
these
these
teams
teams
coming in at 4-3 overall. Carver 2-0 in the region. Crisp County 1-1 in the region. Crisp desperately needs a win to stay in the hunt for the region title and the number 1 seed. Carver can pretty much seal the deal with just a couple of games left to go in the season if they get a win here tonight. But it is a tight game, anybody's game after one. 7-6, Crisp County leading it. I want to tell you about our friends, and big thanks to our friends at Baker Sports, who are going to be giving away a new set of shoulder pads to the player of the game for both teams. And I'm going to ask you guys to help me toward the end of the game select our player of the game. Quick toss, incomplete. Was that not the end of the quarter? Why did they not switch ends of the field? I'm a little confused here. Maybe that was, I think we had an untimed down. Guys, we apologize. The scoreboard is back to our left. I know I heard the horn sound. That's why I assumed that was the end of the quarter. I actually could not see the clock. And now it would appear that the teams will switch ends of the field, and we will begin quarter number 2. That was kind of crazy. So now we'll begin the second quarter. 7-6. Where you watching us at tonight, guys? Let us know. ITG next game of the week. Danita Jackson says, let's go, Carver. Eric Evans giving us an update. Valdosta 7, Richmond Hill nothing. That's in the second quarter. Thanks for that. What's up, Mike Sorensen? Darwin Ross is watching. Chloe Whitley, or Watley, says, number 2 is my little cousin. Go Tigers. He's not little. He is a whale of a player. All right, here we go, guys. Ready to start quarter number 2 with Carver trailing it 7-6, but they've got the ball at the Crisp 35. Run play, left side. That time, the running play went to Kobe Castleton. So they go with Castleton and Childs pretty much with their run play. And I mentioned earlier coming into this game, those two young men over 1,600 yards combined rushing. So here we go. Big play. 3rd and long. 3rd and about 9 needed for the first. Passing situation. Hunter looks, throws, complete. Little middle screen. And boy, I tell you what a saving tackle by Crisp County's number 6, Martarius Glover, the senior athlete. That saved what was going to be a sure first down. So now what's Carver going to do? Pierre Coffey, the head coach, looks like he's going to lead the offense on the field and says, let's go for it. So 4th and 6. Jacoby Hunter, the quarterback, has got 2 receivers split out to either side, 1 back. Hunter takes the snap, wants to throw, looks, gonna throw it long downfield. It's complete. Oh my goodness. There were 2-3 blue shirts back there. But Kamari Miles came down with it on a Hail Mary desperation 4th down toss. Hunter just threw it up there, but he found a receiver complete, and now here's Carver in business. 1st and goal inside the 10. Short running play that time. They'll knock him down after a gain of a couple. Unbelievable. What a game we've got. Tiffany Brown says, good catch. 2nd and goal to go. The ball at the 7-yard line. Carver up to the line. 1 receiver. Split out to the far side. Gonna hand it to Childs. The ball pops loose. It's on the ground. And I think Crisp County has recovered. Let's see. It's a fumble. Childs turns it over. Childs got popped by somebody in a blue and gold helmet. The ball come popping out, and there's a tremendous break for Crisp County, who will take over after the fumble recovery. So Carver turns it over. Wow, what a break for Crisp. What a bad break for Carver. Goodness gracious. So here's Crisp now. They'll take over inside their own 10 at their own 7-yard line. Running play, not much. Matter of fact, may have lost a yard. So now if you're Carver, you want your defense to stand up tall here so you can get the ball back with good field position. Here's 2nd and long now for Crisp County, deep in their own territory. Quick toss across the middle, incomplete. I think number 30 heard some footsteps. That was Keyshawn McCray, who had it go through his hands. But he still got popped, but it's incomplete. Is that Angeli Blanco says they definitely going to get it back. My buddy Obadiah Farley, Thomas County Central's #1 fan, is watching tonight. 3rd and long. Dangerous throw here. Incomplete. I think he caught it out of bounds. No, it's a first down. Are you kidding me? Oh, a bomb out of his own end zone. I thought he caught it out of bounds, but it's complete to the 37-yard line. A 30-yard, third down, desperation throw. And it's complete. A first down. Wow. Play action. Going to throw it long again downfield. Going to overshoot his receiver. Incomplete. What a play. What a throw by Markevian Hartage, the junior. He had a heavy rush right in his face. He was standing 3 yards deep in his own end zone. And he just sailed that thing out of there. I did not check the receiver's number. I apologize for that. But nevertheless, number 12. That was Fed. Deshaun Fed who made the catch. Coach Lawrence Smith told me earlier this week, hey, watch out for him, Phil. He's one of our big playmakers, is Fed. And he was on that one. Here's Carver going to blitz, and they're going to come off sides. They were trying to anticipate the snap count, and they were about a split second early there. So Carver, I'm pretty sure, going to get called for an encroachment. Or did they make Crisp County move? Let's see. What are they going to call? Wow, they are indeed going to say that Crisp jumped. How about that? So, I was wrong. The penalty is on Crisp. False start, moving back 5 yards. It certainly looked like Carver had came across the line early, but obviously made Crisp jump on that play. So 2nd and 15. Handoff, left side. A little bit of running room over there. Jamarcus Bass, the junior running back, gets the call. So it's going to bring up a third down now. 3rd and 8 needed for the first. Crisp has got to get it up to their own 48 for the first. Ball sits at their own 40. 3rd down and 8. Crisp. One receiver, far side. One here to the near side of man on the slot. Hartage looks, going to throw it long. Complete. He had a man wide open. He got behind the defense. And once again, it's number 12, Deshaun Fed. The pass will go for 42 yards. And don't look now, but here comes Crisp. 1st and 10 inside the Carver 20. Make it a 44-yard pass completion. Handoff, big run. Goodness gracious, number 4. Kevon Merrill that time dished out a little punishment. Gain of 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Here's Crisp wanting to go with some tempo. What do we got? Carver took a timeout just before Crisp could get the snap off. Carver said, hey, wait a minute. We need a timeout to slow down this blue and gold train that's rolling down the field known as the Crisp County offense. Wow, what a game we've got. 7-6, Crisp leads it, and they're looking for more. 6:49 to go in the first half. What a great game we have had here tonight. Shakira Brown says Thomasville's checking in. 44-0 at the half. Good gracious. Who are they playing? Nobody? Shakira Brown says, handle your business, Crisp. Portals up on Emmanuel County Institute. It says Alexander Smith. That's 20-0 in the second. Oh, Appling County 42-0 on Windsor Forest.
Appling's taking out a little bit of frustration, I think. I'm going to tell you the games I do pick. I pick 6 games every week. This is one of them. I have to pick, of course, our ITG next game of the week. But I pick 6 games every week, and I pick who I think is going to win and the score. Now, I'm not going to tell you right now what I picked in this game. As we come out of the timeout, ready to go, Crisp, 2nd and short. They've got it at the Carver 9-yard line, or 8.5 if you want to get technical. So the white hat is coming over to talk with the Carver coaching staff and head coach, Pierre Coffey. And I'm not sure what they're discussing here. Coach Coffey is pointing out something to the crew chief. Mr. Producer, what we got? What do you got? Coffee 14-0 on Statesboro, says Alexander Smith. Danny Jones says Crisp's going to score on this play. Let's see. Here's Crisp now. They lead at 7-6. Hartage going to take it. Play action. Throws. Complete. Short gain. Hartage throws complete over here in the flats on the near sideline. Bert Guilfoy says, man, 73 looks like he plays for the Steelers. That last little play, little completion was good enough for the first down. So now Crisp with a new set of downs, 1st and goal to go. They're going to bring in the jumbo package. Going to run Wildcat. Going to take it to about the 3. Boy, there are some big bodies in there now, guys, on both sides. It is just mano a mano. We're going to line up, and we're going to run it, and we're not making any bones about it. So Carver, stop us if you can, is pretty much what Coach Lawrence Smith and Crisp is saying here. So 2nd and goal to go. Going to go back to the Wildcat. They'll get a little closer, taking it to about the 2. So right now they're lining up Kevin Merrill and the Wildcat. Direct snapping it to the running back. So it's at the 3-yard line, 3rd and goal from the 3. They're going to go to the Wildcat again, taking it to the 1. About the half-yard line. So it's decision time, 4th and goal. Crisp was in this situation last time, and they were able to get it in. Now, what are they going to do? No hint at bringing on special teams. They're going to line up and go for it. 4th and goal, Wildcat, straight ahead. They're going to stop him. Carver's going to stop him. Nothing doing. That's the big defensive tackle. And I'm thinking that's Zay Billingsley. It's number 7. Billingsley normally runs, where's number 5? See if we can find out who that was. So Crisp had 4 shots at it inside the 5, and they're not able to get it in. Mike Sorensen says, keep feeding Merrill. Mike, they did. But just too many big bodies in there, and they're not able to get it in. So now Carver going to take over deep in the shadow of their own goal line. Just a run play to try to get a little bit of room. Going to take it out, see where they'll spot it. Not much. They'll spot it at the 3. So give him a couple. So here's Carver. We're getting late in the first half. Carver trails it by a point. They're going to throw it. Long throw. Got a man wide open out there. Batted down incomplete. I said he was wide open. That's not right. You had a couple of blue shirts back there in great coverage. In fact, you had number 3 Ladarius Smith and number 32, Malcolm Lawrence, both back there in good coverage. So, again, I misspoke there.
Needed for the first.
John Hughes says, get under center, push him over.
Up to their own 48 for the first.
I hear you. April Morris
Ball
says,
sits
go
at
Tiger defense.
their
They
own
certainly
40.
did. So
Third
now,
down and 8.
though,
Crisp.
Carver and
One
they're
receiver
shadowed their
far
own
side.
goal line.
One here to the near side of
Going to throw it.
Slot hard.
Almost
I
intercepted. A
misspoke.
dangerous pass.
John Hughes says,
Wow.
under center, push him over.
That was dangerous there. Jacoby Hunter
Morris
lofted
says,
a
"Go
little
Tiger
lazy
defense,"
pass,
they certainly did.
and it was
So now,
almost
though,
intercepted by
Carver,
Ladarius
they're
Smith.
shadowed their own goal line.
So now Carver
Gonna
has got to
throw it.
punt it away.
Almost
look out
intercepted.
here.
A dangerous pass.
Their punter
Wow.
is going to be back about as deep as he can
That
get.
was dangerous there. Jacoby Hunter
is fourth
lofted
down,
a
isn't
little
it?
lazy
Yes.
pass. And it was
So number
almost
82,
intercepted
their
by
punter,
Ladarius Smith.
is
So now
Jashawn Hall,
Carver
and he's standing
has gotta
as far
punt it
back as
away.
he can get without
And
going out of the
look
end zone.
out here.
Their punter is going to be back about as
He'll
deep
get it
as he
away.
can get. Nice punt. Taken and
Fourth down,
fumbled.
isn't it?
Now he'll pick it up. Still
So
on his
number
feet.
82,
Look out. He's
their
going
punter
backwards, though.
Is Jashawn Hall.
And after
He's
all
standing
that,
as far back as he can get
Chris
without
is
out
going to
of the
have
end
the
zone.
ball back on their own 49-yard line. And I got to be honest with you.
He'll get it away.
All things
Nice
considered,
punt.
taken and fumbled.
Now
That's
he'll pick
pretty
it up.
good field position if
Still
you
on
are
his
a
feet.
Carver
Look out.
fan.
He's going backwards, though.
That young man just kicked that
And after
ball.
all that, Chris is going to have the ball back
55
on
yards
their
in the air.
49-yard line.
And
I
that's
gotta
pretty
be
good.
honest with you, all things
So
considered.
what you thought was going to be great field position for
that's
Chris
pretty good
is going to
field
turn out to be
position
good
if
field
you are
position.
A Carver fan. That
So
young man
I'll
just
say
kicked
that
ball.
Carver, not able to take advantage of stopping
55
Chris,
yards
but they
in
have
the
to
air.
punt it away.
And
But
that's
they
pretty
get a
good.
break with a pretty good punt that time.
So what
by
you thought
Hall.
was going to be
So,
great field
here
position
comes
for
Chris now. They lead
is
at
gonna turn out
7-6,
be
and they've
good
got it
field
right at
position.
midfield.
So I'll say that
They
Carver,
lead it by a point, 7-6.
not able
What
to
an
take
entertaining
advantage
game
of
this has
stopping
been.
Chris, but they have to punt it away. But they get a break with a pretty good punt that time.
And what do we got?
By Hall. So here comes Chris now. They lead at 7-6, and they've got it right at midfield. They lead it
Going
by
to
a
be
point,
marked
7-6.
off,
What
5-yard
an
penalty
entertaining
against
game this has
Crisp.
been.
So they'll replay first
And
down,
what do we
first
got?
and 15. Chris, two receivers far side, one here to the near side. Hartage, the quarterback,
Gonna
takes
be
it,
marked
looks,
off. 5-yard
throws,
penalty.
low and almost intercepted. Number
So
20
they'll
for
replay
Carver
first
had
down,
it.
First and 15.
Courtney Kelly.
Chris, two receivers far
He's a
side,
big
one here to the
defensive
near side.
standout for the
Hartage,
Tigers.
the
G.W.
quarterback,
Carver
takes
from
it, looks,
Columbus.
throws,
Trails
low
Chris,
and almost
7-6.
intercepted.
Second and 15.
Number 20
We're getting
for
late
Carver
in the
had
half.
it. Courtney Kelly.
It's the ITG next
He's a
game of the
big
week.
defensive
Bill
standout
Jones
for
with
the
you,
Tigers.
play-by-play.
G.W.
Thanks so much for
Carver
being
from
with us.
Columbus.
Hartage, high
Trails
snap.
Chris, 7-6.
He'll bring it down,
Second
and
15.
that threw the
We're
timing
getting
off.
late in the half.
And by the time the running back got it for
It's the
Chris,
ITG next game of the
Carver
week.
all
Bill Jones
over
with
him.
you, play-by-play. Thanks so much for being with us. Hartage, high
And that's
snap.
going to be another
He'll
loss
bring it down,
for
and
Chris.
that threw the timing off. And by the time
So now
the
it's going to
running
bring up
back got
third
it
and
for
one or
Carver,
Robbins
for Chris.
They got to get it all the way to the Carver 40.
Over him.
And they're on their own 40. So you can do the math on that.
That's going to be another loss for Chris.
Third and 20.
So
Passing
now it's gonna
down
bring up third and one or Robbins
for Chris
They gotta get
and
it all
the
way to
junior
Carver
quarterback
40.
Hartage, who takes
And
it.
they're on
Looks,
their own 40.
throws.
You can do the math on that.
Complete.
Third and 20.
Passing down. Going to be short of the
For
first
Chris
down, but what
and
a
the junior
valiant
quarterback
effort
Hartage, who takes it, looks,
by the receiver,
throws.
who is still down over on
Complete.
the Crisp sideline.
That was number 8.
Hakeem Holmes. Going to be short of the first down, but what a valiant effort. Check, 1, 2.
By the receiver.
John Hughes, my
who
brother,
still
is
down
AD
over on the
at
Crisp
Crisp.
sideline.
Jimmy.
That was number 8.
Tell him I said hello.
Hakeem
Jimmy's a great guy.
Holmes.
Check, 1, 2. All right, thank you for it. So Courtney
John
Kelly is
Hughes,
number
my
7. Here's
brother,
Crisp
is
County going to
AD
go
at
for it.
Crisp.
4th and 7. They're going to go for it. The Carver 45. 46.
All right, thank you for it. So
Chris going to go for it. Looks like they're just trying the hard count to try to draw Carver off sides.
7. They're going to go for it.
And it's not going to work.
Carver 45.
Okay, so let me get this. So Frankie
46.
Sanchez tells us Courtney Kelly is number 7.
They're just trying the hard count to try to
thank you for that.
Carver off sides.
So Courtney Kelly is shown as number 20.
Okay, so let me get this. So
on my
Frankie
roster, so
Sanchez
let me make
tells us
that
Courtney
correction.
Kelly is number 7. So thank you for that. So Courtney Kelly.
So
is
whoever
shown
20
as
has
20
also made a standout
on my
defensive play
roster.
earlier.
So let me make.
So see if you
that
guys can help
correction.
me with that. Casey Milton says the O-line couldn't block a cotton ball.
So whoever 20 is also.
I have yet to
made
hear
a
that. That's the first
standout
time I've heard that one,
defensive
Mr.
play earlier.
Producer.
So see if you guys can help me with that.
MJ Rutledge says,
Casey
let's go,
Milton
Tigers.
Says the O-line couldn't block a cotton ball.
Regis Addy
I have
says,
yet
let's
to
go,
hear
Big
that.
Chris.
That's the first time I've heard that one, Mr.
All right,
Producer.
here comes Crisp out of the timeout. They're
MJ
gonna punt it
Rutledge
away.
says, let's go, Tigers.
But Carver is not completely
Regis
convinced.
Addy
They've got a strong
says, let's go, Big
safety
Chris.
up.
All right, here comes Crisp out of the timeout.
And it looks like they're going to come
They're
after
gonna
the
punt it away.
punt.
But Carver
Here's the
is not
snap.
completely convinced.
He
They've
is
got a
able to get
strong
it off. And
safety
again, because they didn't have anybody back, the ball is
And it
just
looks
going
like
to
they're gonna
roll
come after the
dead
punt.
at the 21-yard line.
The snap. He is
So
able to get it
after
off. And again,
both
because they didn't have
offenses
anybody
have
back,
shown
the ball is
flashes
just gonna
of
roll
brilliance,
dead
it's
at the
kind of turned into a
21-yard
game of
line.
field position here
So
in a
after
defensive battle.
both offenses have
2:52 left to go in the
flashes
first
of
half.
brilliance, it's
Don't
kinda
forget,
turned
at the
into a
half,
game of
we're going to
field
let you
position
enjoy
here
the halftime entertainment of these
defensive
marching
battle.
bands.
2:52 left to go in the first half.
Don't forget, at the half, we're going to let you enjoy the halftime entertainment of these
Guys, let me
marching
know where
bands.
you're
watching from and what team you're rooting for. Danny Jones says Crisp County has a hard time sticking with what is working for them.
Guys, let me know where you're watching from. And
Elizabeth
who, what
Tarantino
team you're
wants
rooting
to
for.
know what I think of Colorado.
Danny Jones says Crisp County has a hard time. sticking with
What an
is
incredible
working for them.
story that is with prime time.
Elizabeth
the coach.
Tarantino wants to know what I think of
Little
Colorado.
toss out here. Wide
What an
receiver's
incredible
got it, but
story
he's going
that is with
backwards.
Prime.
Reversing his field. Now he'll turn the corner. And
Little
after
toss
all
out
that,
here. Wide receiver's got it, but he's
let's see
going
where they
backwards.
spot him.
Reversing his
He
field.
ran
now
a
he'll
long
turn the
way
corner.
to get
And
about
after
3
all
yards.
that, let's see where they spot him.
I mean, didn't he?
He ran a
Mr.
long
Producer.
way to get
He's running all over
about
the place.
3 yards.
MJ
mean,
Rutledge,
didn't he?
shout us out. Big
Producer.
C family.
He's
There
running all
you
over
go.
the place.
All right, so here's Carver.
MJ Rutledge, shout us out.
Second
Big
down.
C family. There you go.
I'll give him about 4 actually on
All right,
that
so
play.
here's Carver.
So second down and 6.
Second
We're late in
down.
the first half. I'll give him about 4 actually on that play. So second
Hunter's
down
going
and
to take
6.
it. We're late in the
And give
first
it
half.
to number 2. I'd give it to him every time.
Hunter's
Deontay
gonna
Charles.
take it.
Either him or number 1.
Give it to number 2.
Kobe Castle.
Give it to him every time. Deontay Charles.
They're two of the
Either
better
him or
running backs
number
I have
1.
seen in a while.
Kobe
Two-headed
Castle.
running back monster they are. They're two of the better running backs I have seen in a while. Two-headed running back
And that's a
monster
first
they
down.
are. So here's Carver, 1st and 10.
And
They've
that's a
got it at
first
their own
down.
33.
So
Hunter
here's Carver.
wants to
1st
uncork it
and 10.
long, and there it goes.
Got it at their own 33. Hunter.
Batted
wants to
down,
uncork it long,
incomplete.
and
There it goes. Batted down, incomplete. It was a solid throw, but it was even better coverage by a couple of Crisp
It was
County
a solid
Cougars down there.
throw, but it was even
Pass
better
intended
coverage
down
by a
there
couple
for
of
number
Crisp County
18,
Cougars down
Tristan
there.
Gibbon. Pass intended down there for number 18, Tristan Gibbon. Number 3, LaDarius Smith. Man, he's been all over the
Number
place defensively
3,
for Crisp tonight.
LaDarius Smith. Man, he's
What
been
a
all over
game.
the place defensively for
ITG
Crisp
next
tonight.
game of the week. We picked a good one to
What
come
a
to
game.
tonight here.
ITG next game of the
Cordial.
week. We picked a good one to come to tonight here.
All right,
in
now
Cordial.
here's second down and 10
All
for
right, now
Carver.
here's second down and 10.
Hunter looks, chased out of the
for
pocket.
Carver.
Going to square his
Hunter,
shoulders up
look,
and throws.
chased
Got a
out
man
of the
open out
pocket.
here. Complete.
Square his shoulder.
Right away,
and
though,
throws.
he's
Got a man
tackled.
open out here.
But
Complete.
not until he
Right
gets
away,
a first
though, he's
down,
tackled.
13 yards.
But not until he gets a first down, 13
Catch and
yards.
gain after the play. First and 10,
Catch and
Carver.
gain after the play.
Carver, here they
First
come.
and 10,
Trying to get something late here in the first half. They're on 46 with a new set of downs.
First half. They're on 46 with a new set of downs.
Jacoby Hunter, the quarterback. Two receivers far side, one on the near side, but he's going to hand it
far side, one on the near side,
to the back. And that big, crisp defensive line is going to stop him and shove him back. And once again, that was number 2. Deontay Childs on the carry. And they'll say gets a couple. Or no, he lost a couple. Did he gain a couple? So he gained a couple. After they spot him at the 49. So 2nd and 8, ball just shy of midfield. Play action. Love's going to throw it long. Incomplete. Boy, Hunter put that one right on the money. But once again, great coverage that time. This one from Caden Daniels. Boy, Crisp has got some solid defensive backs. Man, they are blanketing these receivers. But the pass was right on the money. It was another great coverage, though. 1:01 in the half. 1 minute, we'll say. 1 minute. 3rd down and 8. Little wide receiver screen. Check. Can't hear myself. Pass complete for a short gain. It's going to bring up 4th down, and what's Carver going to do here? Looks like they are going to punt it away. So 56 seconds left, 4th down, and it looks like Carver is going to punt it away. And I tell you, they've got a great punter. I don't blame them. Well, that last punt that young man made out of the back of his end zone, he kicked that one almost 60 yards in the air, and it really saved Carver. He's back there to punt it again. Line drive punt. Crisp County is going to get away from it. And are they going to down it? Let's see. Or did it get into the end zone for a touchback? It is going to be a touchback. So Crisp County going to start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So what is Crisp County going to do now? They lead it 7-6, but not a lot of time left. About 50 seconds left in the half. Are they going to try to throw some kind of long Hail Mary? Casey Melton says both teams playing lights out D. You're right about that, Casey. Let's see what Crisp decides to do here. Let's see if they're going to throw some kind of long bomb or something. No. Quick toss, wide receiver. Quick toss to the wide receiver. Complete, but for nothing. Clock stops. 42 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 20 for Crisp. They lead it by 1 point, 7-6. What a game we've had here tonight. They're going to run it. Look out, running room. He'll take it for the 1st down, and they're going to stop the clock. So Crisp County ran it that time. C.J. Jones got it, and that's going to give him a new set of downs up at the 31-yard line. So give him 11 yards on the play. Actually spotted at the 32. So a 12-yard gain that time by Jones, who's off the right hip of Hardage, who wants to throw. Going to sail it long downfield. He's got a man open. Complete. Great day in the morning. They just hit another long bomb. Fed got behind the coverage of Carver. How much time we got? 15? 15 seconds to go. Does Crisp have enough time? They're at the Carver 30. Hartage is going to look over for the play. Plenty of time on the play clock. No rush there. Hartage now is going to back up. Now you got a man coming in and whispering something to the tight end. What's that about? Snap to Hartage. Looks. Going to throw. Incomplete. Penalty flag is going to be thrown. What do we got here? Are we going to get a roughing the passer or what? A hold? That's going to hurt. Or is that a hold on the offense or defense? Hold play on the offense. Kind of weird there. It's thrown right at the quarterback. So they'll mark it off against Crisp now, back to the 41. So that hurts if you're a Crisp fan. 11.7 seconds left. Is Crisp going to try to throw something long to the end zone here? Let's see what they get. Remember, they were just at their 20-yard line about 15 seconds ago. Hartage, look, no, quick toss on a crossing route, complete, but I don't know if they have enough time. Do they have a timeout left? They'll stop the clock. Timeout taken. 6 seconds. Now, I don't know if they have enough of a field goal kicker. The ball's at, what, the 27? So, I mean, you would be looking at over a 40-yard field goal. Did he? Mr. Producer says, I saw him hit one in warm-ups. Elizabeth Tarantino says, number 9 for Carver better do better. She's talking about that young man on the pass coverage. Yeah, he's gotten burned a couple of times tonight. I'm sure they'll talk to him at halftime. Obadiah Farley wanting to know how many timeouts they've got. Good question, Obadiah. Again, the scoreboard, we have to lean way out and look to our left. So that was Carver or Crisp's last timeout. So they have none left now, Obadiah. Carver still has 2, but why would they take them? Mike Sorensen tells us Buford's up on Mill Creek. That's at the half. So they're going to go for it. Probably see a long third of the end zone here, you would think, from Hartage, who's had a great first half. Here we go. This could be the last play of the half. He's going to sail it long. Nobody's there. Incomplete. How much time? 0.4 seconds. So there will be one more play. 0.4 of a second is left. Jacoby Mathis says they need to put in number 32 at corner for Carver. So you would think Carver now going to go into major prevent here. 0.4 of a second. You'll hear the clock sound, the horn sound, as the period comes to an end. There's the horn. Hartage going to throw it long to the end zone. He overthrew everybody. Incomplete. And that will bring us to the end of what has been an exciting first half of play. One of the better first halves I have seen all year long. What a game. The Coach Whitehead says we don't have a kicker. So that's why they didn't reach for a long one there. But what a game. What a first half with your score. Crisp 7, Carver 6 as both teams head to the locker room here at the half. Guys, we want to give a big shout out and a big thanks to our sponsors, Baker Sports and Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Baker Sports and Pro Sports are proud to partner with ITG Next in sponsoring tonight's game. From athletes to fans, Baker Sports has got your apparel and sporting equipment needs covered. Thank you guys all for enjoying Friday Night Lights here with us tonight at ITG Next. And don't forget to call Baker's at 904-388-8126 for any and all of your sporting future, or any of your future equipment sporting needs, I should say. Also, big shout out to our friends at Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Boy, this state has been hit with all kind of natural disasters. Had a hurricane roll through Valdosta. And believe me when I say it rolled through. I can personally attest to that. So if you're looking for any kind of insurance on your home, your auto, life, health, renters, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance has got you covered. Go to their website, gfbinsurance.com, to find an agent near you. Pretty good car insurance they've got, guys. I'm telling you, it's good quotes you can get. Good coverage, affordable rates. Georgia Farm Bureau. 7-6 is your score. The first touchdown of the game came from Crisp after a long throw to set them up 1st and goal to go. They had it 4th and goal from the half-yard line. They went into the Wildcat with Kevon Merrill, who was able to get it in for the touchdown. The point after attempt was good. Crisp County led it 7-0 at the 8-minute mark. And then less than 2 minutes later, after a long run from Deontay Childs, he takes it in for the touchdown. They go for 2, but they don't make it. And the half ends with that score, Crisp 7, Carver 6. So Sharika J. Crawford wants to know, are they doing a halftime show? It looks like the home band is staying in the stands. So I don't know if we're going to have any halftime entertainment. We can certainly let you enjoy, though, the halftime entertainment, albeit from the stands, as yours truly takes a break. Valdosta 10, Richmond Hill 7, says Mike Sorensen. Now, the coach, Whitehead, reminds us that, hey, we're rebuilding a kicker. So that explains that. Obadiah Farley tells us that Brooks is up on Irwin by 7. Guys, what a crazy year it has been. With with Brooks down, Irwin down, Peach down. ELCA, a multiple year state champion, is having an awful season. And it has been program after program after program that is struggling so far this year. Now, on the other side, you got Mary Persons, a strong football town and program that has seen a resurgence. They come away with a big upset victory a couple of weeks ago against Prince Avenue Christian. The backs, man, they are blanketing the. So again, we'll see if we can get some scores and pass it along. Right on the money. Paris Lee Raines, talking about Mary Persons, tells us that Peach County and Mary Persons are nothing to nothing at the half. Markevius Clark says it's a great game. That was a big stop by Carver defense inside the 5-yard line. Markevius, you are so right. That could come back big in this game. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if we can get some scores and pass it along. My brother Obadiah Farley, Thomas County Central's #1 fan, says, I hope Pelham pulls that one off. Pelham leading Irwin. Markevius Clark says it's a great game. So I thought Brooks and Irwin were playing by Carver defense inside the 5-yard line. Markevius, you are so right. That could come back big in this game. All right, guys, going to take a quick break. My brother Obadiah Farley. And we'll come right back with the start of the third quarter here on the ITG Next Game of the Week. Phil Jones with you. So I thought thanks so much for joining us tonight here at ITG Next. We'll come right back here in just a couple of minutes, guys. Stay with us now. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, going to take a quick break. And we'll come right back with the start of the third quarter here on the ITG Next Game of the Week. Phil Jones with you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight here at ITG Next. We'll come right back here in just a couple of minutes, guys. Stay with us now. Don't go anywhere.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Getting ready for the second half. And what has been an exciting first half of play with Crisp County leading Carver 7-6. Carver 2-0 in the region. Crisp 1-1. So the Cougars desperately need to win this one to bring them into a tie atop Region 1 AAA. Carver, however, would love nothing more than to come back and win this game and to go up and take over sole possession of the top spot in 1 AAA. We're about to find out which of those two things are going to happen as we get ready for the second half kickoff. And here we go. Thanks so much for being with us. Second half of the ITG Next Game of the Week is underway. Brought to you by Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance and our friends at Baker Sports. Don't forget, right toward the end of this third quarter, right around the beginning of the fourth quarter, I'm going to ask you guys to help me decide the Baker Sports players of the game for either team. And those players are going to receive a brand new set of shoulder pads, just like Deontay Jones and Carrollton's Juju Lewis did last week in our ITG Next Game of the Week. But tonight, it's Carver and Crisp County that are now getting ready for the second half of play. Carver's got it. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Here we go. What a game we saw in that first half. Going to start off with the running play. Just as they started off the game, they're going to give it to Deontay Childs off the right side. Not much. In fact, going to lose about a half a yard. Carver, second down. 2 receivers, 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back. A little confusion now, it looks like. Hunter, the quarterback. 5 seconds on the play clock. They get it off. Hunter, play action. Going to sail it long downfield. Got a man open. Complete down to the 20-yard line. He put it right on the money. And Crisp, again, had great coverage down there. But it was complete to Braylon Jakes for a big gain. "55-yard pass completion has got Carver in business. Going to throw out here. Wide receiver was wide open, but he drops it. They had a wide receiver play out here. Receiver had it. Had he caught that ball, could have had a pretty good pickup. There was a Crisp County defender coming out to try to stop the play, but the pass will fall incomplete. So Carver, we saw 2 big plays early in to start this game, and now we've got a big play to start the second half, and it comes from Carver on a big 55-yard pass completion, which has given them now a second down at the Crisp 23. Hunter takes it, going to hand it to the back. That's number 2. Again, that's Deontay Childs, who had a great early part of the game. In fact, it was his 49-yard touchdown run that has been the only points of the game so far for Carver. Short gain that time, and now you're looking at Carver 3rd and long. In fact, I guess he lost a half yard on that play. So 3rd and long. Hunter's going to roll, going to throw, complete, but short gain as a host of blue and gold jerseys come out to knock him down. Jatavius Wisdom on the catch. Number 21. So now you've got 4th and 5
Pierre Coffey is going to leave his offense. There's no hesitation. They're going to go for it. So 4th and about 5. We're just underway in the second half. Carver has just hit a big pass play that has given them the ball deep in Crisp territory, but it's 4th and 5. Snap. They're going to run it. A lot of room. Touchdown. They ran it right up the middle. Kobe Castleton. I think Crisp was expecting a pass play, and the seas parted for Kobe Castleton from 23 yards out. So just like that, Carver puts it up on the board. Just under 3 minutes in, the touchdown run is going to come at 9:22, and it comes on a 4th and 5. And now Carver going to go for 2 again. Boy, they're going to put that big old guy back there. They're going to give him the ball. And Crisp going to try to stop him. And they will. Do we have penalty flags on the play? Trying to sort it out here. It's a holding call on Carver, so the penalty will be declined. They didn't make it. So 2 touchdowns and 2 missed 2-point conversions still has given Carver now the 12-7 lead, and it comes at 9:22 of the third. So kind of a crazy game. Carver came out with a big touchdown run early, 4 minutes into the game, and now they come out here with roughly just under 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 58 seconds into the third quarter, a 23-yard touchdown run from Kobe Castleton on a 4th and 5. How about that call? And I mean, nobody laid a hand on him in a blue and gold jersey. Fish and Fool is watching the game. Guys, like we were saying in the first half, let us know where you're watching the game from and let us know what team you're rooting for. Love to hear from you. And thanks so much for watching the ITG Next Game of the Week, brought to you by Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance and our friends at Baker Sports. So now, Carver's taking the lead, 7-6. Kickoff back there at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Still on his feet, 30, 35, look out, 40, 45, 50, 45. Still on his feet down that far sideline. Can he go? They're going to knock him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. But wait a minute. We got a penalty flag. A penalty flag right in front of Lawrence Smith and the Crisp County bench. And you got the feeling that this one is coming back. So an 85-yard kick return taken from the 10 all the way to the Carver 5 is going to come back. Elizabeth Tarantino says, my team is Lovejoy. The Coach Whitehead said, Big Crisp from Warner Robins. So now I know where you're watching from, the Coach Whitehead. Wow, that's a huge penalty. So instead of Crisp having it in business inside the Carver 5. Instead, they're all the way back now at their own 35. Run play. Nothing doing. Going to lose about a half a yard. Second down, we'll call it 10.5 needed for the first. Crisp County with the ball at their own 34. They now trail for the first time tonight, 12-7. Second down. Markavian Hartage, good-looking quarterback. Both these quarterbacks have looked really good in the first half. Hartage wants to throw. Nowhere to go with it. Now he's going to be brought down, sacked. It's a quarterback sack. Number 15, Joshua Goshia. The penalty, Nikki Neighbors Whiteman, was a holding call on the kick return on Crisp. And so now it's third and a long way to go. They got to get it all the way up to 44. Hartage going to be sacked again. So now you can sense a shift in the momentum, can't you? Carver obviously making adjustments at halftime to get after Hartage, and they've done a great job. The last two plays have resulted in a quarterback sack on the junior signal caller from Crisp. So now Crisp County's got to punt it away. Carver should get good field position here. And again, you can kind of sense a change in momentum here, can't you? The low snap. The punter's going to have to fall on it. There's a terrible break for Crisp. The ball rolled on the ground to the punter. Gavin Hamilton, he had no choice but to fall on it. And right now, you're seeing a major shift in momentum. I just mentioned you could sense it, couldn't you? And now, Crisp defense has got to come up big here, or Carver could be taking this thing and rolling away with it. Let's see what happens. Look at that big, goodness gracious, who is that? A penalty. Carver says it's on Crisp. Number 28, Zion Mabry, got the carry, and he is a big joker. I don't guess there was a penalty called on the play. Carver certainly motioned for a penalty. So now we've got Carver coming over to talk to the coaching staff. Crisp stayed out on the field. The entire Carver team coming over to talk with Coach Coffey and his assistants. They'll go back out and they'll to run it. 10 seconds still on the play clock. Going back into the Wildcat. Play action. Throw. Complete. It'll be third down now. The ball down close to the shadow of the goal line. Third down from the 2. Boy, it's biggest play of the game at this point if you're a Crisp fan. Of course, you're probably looking at 4-down territory anyway. How can you stop that big back? They can't. Mabry just bored it in there. And they've decided to put out number 28, Zion Mabry. Big freshman who just bored it in there. Was not going to stop that young man. And it's now 18-7. So Carver has come out with back-to-back touchdowns to start the third quarter. And they're once again are going to go for 2. Little offset eye to the right. They'll throw. Pass intended and knocked away by Crisp. So, Carver with another touchdown. However, another missed opportunity on the 2-point conversion. So, your score is now Carver 18 and Crisp 7. How about that? So what was a 7-6 halftime lead by Crisp has suddenly turned into an 18-7 Carver lead here early in the third. That touchdown comes at 6:12. So Carver, back-to-back touchdowns. So give Carver credit. I mentioned, well, you could sense the momentum shift in this game, couldn't you? And it is definitely turned into an 18-7 Carver lead. Mike Sorensen says the hold on that kickoff return was huge. Mike, it indeed was huge. That big time penalty. 6-12. Really could have got Crisp back in this game, but so give Carver credit. I mentioned still a lot of time left, but right now Crisp needs to regain their mojo. Because right now it's all in the corner of Carver. Indeed was huge. Here we go. Penalty. Can Crisp get another big return? But we're about to find out. You can probably bet the house, though, but right now Crisp that Carver's going to squib this one. Will they dare kick it again? It's all in the corner. We're about to find out. Let's see. I don't think they will. Here we go. I think we're going to see some kind of squib kick along the ground, but let's see. We're about to find out. Here we go. Probably bet the house, though. Everyone's ready. That Carver's going to squib. Or maybe not. Will they dare kick it again? We're about to find out. Let's see. I don't think they will. I think we're going to see some kind of squib kick along the ground, but let's see. Number 88. Here we go. Who I have no name for. Everyone's ready. It's going to squib kick it just like I told you. So, yeah, they were not going to chance another long kick return. So, instead, they just kicked it along the ground, and they're going to give Crisp number 88 good field position as the Cougars will have it at their own 40-yard line. Kick it just like I told you. So, yeah, they were not going to chance. Sorry about the echo, guys. We are working on getting that corrected for you. Along the ground, and thanks so much for being with us tonight. It's the ITG Next Game of the Week. I'm Phil Jones, your play-by-play man. Thanks so much for chatting with me, and thanks so much for letting me know you're watching tonight. Here we go. Chris definitely needs to get something going here. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Their first possession of the second half resulted in 2 quarterback sacks. Now they're going to open it up. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back off the left hip of the quarterback who throws it into the ground. Incomplete. First possession of the second half resulted in 2 quarterback sacks. Juliet Colbert says, my grandson, number 28, just made me so proud. Let them Tigers out, Big Mabry. Into the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Juliet Colbert says, my grandson, number 28, just made me so proud. Boy, they look good in that first half. So far in the second half, not so much, but it's still early. Hartage, the quarterback, will take it. He'll hand it off. And there's nothing there except a host of white shirts. Boy, they look good in that first half. So far in the second half, not so much, but it's still early. Hartage, the quarterback, will take it. He'll hand it off. And there's nothing there except a host of white shirts. All right, here we go. 3rd down. Snap. Hartage going to throw it. All right, here we go. 3rd down. Pass is complete. Snap. Going to be short of the first down. Completion gets him 8 yards. Now, what's Lawrence Smith and Crisp County going to do? Pass is complete. Man, if you go for it here
Gonna
and
be
you don't
short of the
make
first
it,
down,
you're going to give it back to
completion,
Carver in pretty
gets
good
them
field
8
position.
yards. Now, what's
Down
Lawrence
18 to
Smith and
7.
Crisp County
But
gonna
Lawrence
do?
Smith is going to be
Man,
a
if you go
riverboat
for it here and you
gambler
don't
here
make
and going to
it,
go
you're gonna
for
give
it.
it back to Carver in pretty good field position. Down
Snap,
18
Hardage.
to 7. But Lawrence Smith
They're going to run it.
is going to be a riverboat
And he'll
gambler
get it.
here and going to
Wow.
go for it.
What a play. Snap, Hardage. They're going to run it.
Unbelievable.
And he'll get it.
Kevon Merrill was
What a
stopped
play.
in the backfield, but he was able to get out of it. And he took it around the left end, and he picks
Kevon
up
Merrill
a
was
much-needed
stopped
first down for
in the
Crisp. Boy,
backfield,
they
but he was
needed
able to
that
get
one,
out
and they
of
got
it.
it.
And he
So
took
here
it
comes
around the
Crisp with a
left
new set of
end, and
downs.
he
They're on
picks
the
up
Carver side of the
a
50.
much-needed
first down for Crisp. Boy, they needed that one, and they
Hand
got
off.
it. So here comes Crisp.
Stop
with a
his
new set of
forward
downs.
progress
They're on
across
Carver
the
side of
40.
They'll mark him, should mark him at around the 39 or so.
Hand off.
Going to stop his forward progress across the 40.
C.J.
They'll mark him,
Jones on
should
the
mark him
carry
around
that
the
time.
39 or so.
C.J. Jones on the carry.
Dylan
that time.
Powell says them Cougars better come on now. While Sean Porter says Carver will close this game out.
says them
So
Cougars
who's going to
better
be
come
right?
on now.
We got
While
Carver
Sean Porter
fans,
says
we
Carver
got
will
Crisp
close this game
fans.
out.
Who are
So
you a
who's
fan
gonna
of,
be
guys? Let me hear from you. We got Carver fans, we got Crisp fans. Who are you a fan of, guys? Let me hear from you. Second down. We'll call it a long 6.
Second
Here we
down.
go. Hartage.
We'll call it a
He's
long
got C.J.
6. Here we
Jones.
go.
Hartage looks like he's going to change the play.
Hartage.
He motions to
C.J.
his
Jones.
receivers.
Hartage looks like he's going to change the play.
Hartage takes. Quick
He
toss.
motions to his
Complete.
receivers.
Fed's got it.
Hartage
Fighting
takes.
for yardage.
Quick toss.
He'll
Complete.
take it down to about the
Fed's got it.
27.
Fighting for yardage.
That's going to be enough
He'll take
for
it down
another
to about the
Crisp
27.
first down.
That's going to be enough for
So
another
here comes
Crisp
Crisp
first
now,
down.
trying to get back in this game.
So
They
here comes
trail it
Crisp
18
now,
to
trying
7.
to get back in this game. They trail it 18 to
We
7.
got a Crisp County man down. We got a Crisp County man down. Trying to check the number of the injured
check the
player. Do you know who
number
that
of
is?
the injured player. Do you know who that is?
Oh, so that's Fed who just made
so that's Fed who just
the
made
catch.
the
On
catch.
this side of the field, I
On
guess he
this
was
side
trying
of
to
the
get off
field,
the
I guess
field
he
and
was
was
trying
not
to get
able to
off the
make
field
it. So
and was not able to
while
make it.
Crisp
So
decides to look
while
at
Crisp decides to look
Deshaun
at
Fed, that's going to give us a
Deshaun
chance
Fed,
to
that's
tell
gonna
you
give us a chance
about
to
our
tell you
sponsors,
about our
including
sponsors,
Baker
including
Sports.
Baker
Baker
Sports.
Sports,
Baker
proud to be the
Sports, proud to
sponsor
be the sponsor
of tonight's
of
game
tonight's
and our
game
game
and
all
our game
season
all
long
season long.
here on
Here
Friday
on
night.
Friday night.
Baker Sports and Pro Sports proud to be the
the
presenting
presenting
sponsor tonight between Crisp
Crisp
and Carver. Athletes and fans alike, between Bakers and Pro Sports, you can get your gear covered from cheerleading to football to fans. So if you're a weekend warrior, you're a cheerleader, football player, whatever, Baker Sports and Pro Sports has got you covered. They are your top quality sports apparel and equipment company. Be sure to give them a call at 904-388-8126 for all your sporting good needs. Also want to give you a big shout out to our friends at Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Guys, if you're looking for good quality and affordable insurance, why not check out Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance at www.gfbinsurance.com. You can get a quote on auto, home, life, and many other insurance needs. You could even get renter's insurance from Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Did you know that? Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Let them get you insured. Give them a call, 877-404-1050. Okay, coming out of the injury timeout, we are ready to go. Here comes Crisp County now. They got a little trying to retake the momentum that had gone squarely into the corner of Carver. Running play, right side. Going to be brought down after a short gain that time. We'll give him a couple of yards that time. Norman Wynn says, come on, Cougars. Here we go. Second down, 8. Hartage, the quarterback.
He's in the gun. Now he'll take and look over at Lawrence Smith. Running play, left side, number 4. That's Kevon Merrill taking it for a short gain off the left side. I'm not the play clock. That ain't me, brother. Fans turn around telling us the play clock's not moving. That's not us. That's over on the other side. But he's right, it's not moving. The clock is frozen. Carver fans trying to get somebody's attention. It ain't moving a lick. Here's Crisp now, 3rd down. Hartage throws. It hit the receiver in the back of the head, incomplete. He never saw it. So 4th down, you got to feel like they're in 4th down territory here. Going to go for it. 2:42 to go in what has been a fast-moving 3rd quarter. So 2:42. It's 4th and long. Can Crisp convert? Hartage takes it, looks, throws deep. Nobody's there. And the ball will go over on downs. So what was a promising Crisp County drive will stall with the Carver defense taking over. Obadiah Farley says, I stepped away for 5 minutes and the score is 18-7. What happened, Phil? Obadiah, Carver came out, hit a big pass play to start the second half. They took it in on a 23-yard touchdown run with just 3 minutes gone in the half. Then after a bad punt, actually it was a muffed punt by Crisp deep in their own territory, Carver able to take it in on a 4-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat. And they did all that in a 6-minute period, the first 6 minutes of the second half. And that's what happened. So all of this momentum now has shifted to Carver, no doubt. Long throw, intercepted. Did Crisp get some of the momentum back? Still on his feet. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Where are they going to mark him out at? So wait just a minute. Just when it looked like everything had shifted to Carver's side, now you've got a big interception from number 33, Zykavian Cross. Remember what I said in the pregame, that this was an intercepting bunch in this defensive secondary. They came into this game with 17 interceptions, led by Zykavian Cross's 3. We'll give him 4 now. And he just got his 4th interception, and he's given Crisp new life. But now can their offense do anything with it? As he returned that one inside the 25, here's Crisp at the Carver 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Hartage. They're going to take it and they're going to run it. Maybe a yard, and that's about it. Number 13, Jamarcus Bass, the junior running back. Not much. Crisp offense not able to get anything going in this second half. Hartage looks over at Coach Lawrence Smith in his 2nd season as the head coach of Crisp County. Snap. Hartage. Going to throw it long. Nobody there. Going to get a penalty flag, though, for pass interference called on Carver. Carver, defensive back, tied him up as the Crisp receiver was trying to get to the ball. Carver
Carver defensive back wouldn't let him get there, and Carver's going to get called for a pass interference. So now Crisp County gets a break. So it's a first down after the pass interference on Carver. So they haven't even moved the ball up. I'm not sure what's going on here. You got to mark off the yardage for the penalty, don't you? Crazy. Now they'll mark it off. So I was waiting on them to mark it off, and they finally do. So after the pass interference penalty, here's Crisp, the new set of downs, with the ball just outside the 10-yard line of Carver. Play action. Going to throw it to the end zone again. He overthrew everybody. Hartage doesn't seem to have his touch that he had in the first half. Overthrew that one, incomplete. So we're down to 1:05 left to go here in the third. Crisp County trying to take advantage of a Carver pass interference. Can they do it? Carver playing really solid defense. Had a wide open receiver, and again, he threw it behind him. Receiver never saw it. So the timing of Crisp is off here in the second half. He had number 8, Hakeem Holmes, wide open at about the 4, and he missed him. So now it's going to be third down. So now you got to figure that Crisp is in 4-down territory here. The ball at the Carver 12. Snap. Hartage has got it. He's going to roll. He's going to throw. Incomplete. So it's fourth down, and again, you got to figure that Crisp County's going to go for it. Or will they? Are they going to try for a field goal? It looks like they are. So Crisp County is going to reach for a field goal. The hold will come at the 19. It's a 29-yard field goal attempt. Ladarius Smith will hold. Gavin Hamilton, the junior kicker, is going to try to punch it through. The kick is up. No good. No good. He missed it. So Lawrence Smith and Chris elected to go for the field goal attempt. And it's wide left. No good. So Crisp County cannot take advantage of the break, and they go 4 and out. So now Carver will take over. 51 seconds left. Carver Columbus now takes over after the missed field goal. They got a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 51 seconds left to go in the third. They lead it to the Tigers, 18-7. Lot of running room here. Look out. Deontay Charles took it off tackle, and he was off to the races that time for a 28-yard burst.
taking it from the 20 to the 48. 1st and 10, Carver on the move. Handoff, look out. Kobe Castleton that time gets it, and right now, Carver is trying to milk this one away. Remember, they trailed at halftime, did Carver, 7-6. But man, what a different team we have seen here in this third quarter. Carver made the adjustments at halftime. Coach Pierre Coffey has had them coming out playing really well here in this third, and they're on the march. Still on his feet, breaking tackles. Another big run. Again, that's number 2, Deontay Childs, taking it for a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. We have reached the end of the third quarter, the ITG Next game of the week. In what was an exciting first half of play. One of the most exciting halves we have seen that resulted in a Crisp County 7-6 lead at the half. But give Carver Columbus credit. They obviously went into the locker room, made the adjustments necessary, and they have come out in the third quarter, and they have taken over this game both offensively and defensively. And they lead it 18-7. Phil Jones with you, ITG Next game of the week. We're going to start to get into that point of the game now, where I'm going to ask you guys to help me select the ITG Next player of the game. I'm sorry, not the ITG Next player of the game, but our Baker Sports player of the game. In fact, we'll select 2 players of the game, 1 for each team, and Baker Sports is going to present each of the players with a brand new set of shoulder pads from Baker Sports. Guys, don't forget, if you love high school football, yours truly hosts several coaches show. I'll be talking to Buford's Bryant Appling about their game against Mill Creek tonight. I'll talk to Colquitt County's Sean Calhoun. I'll talk to several other coaches, Lowndes' Adam Carter, and many more. Camden's Jeff Herron. Handoff, left side, look out, running room. So again, that's all the ITG Next coaches shows you can hear with yours truly and several coaches. I mentioned Bryant Appling, Buford. I just saw where they are losing to Mill Creek. (24-17), Mill Creek is up. Wow. We've got an injured player down on the far side of the field. We're just underway, fourth quarter, in case you tuned in late. Carver trailed in this game at the half, 7-6, but they've come out with 2 third-quarter touchdowns to take the lead, and they lead it 18-7. Mike Sorensen, I hear you, brother, 24-17, Mill Creek. How much time's left in that game, by the way, guys? I see it's in the 4th. Anything else, by the way, on Colquitt Camden? I'll talk to both of those coaches this week. And we got a penalty flag. I think we're going to get a delay of game on Carver, and we will. So a delay of game on Carver. How much time is in that Buford game? Somebody let me know. Obadiah Farley, we see your photos, brother, and we're trying to get it cleaned off for you. We've got a lot of humidity, having to shoot the game through the windows here of the press box, so we'll try to get it cleaned up for you, my friend. But thanks for letting us know. All right, so after the penalty now, 1st and 15 for Carver. They've got it at the Crisp County 27. Play action, and we've got whistles again. Check the call. Going to be a false start going against Carver, so back them up again. ITG next game of the week. We've got some good ones coming up for you. Lowndes and Richmond Hill in a couple of weeks. Be looking forward to that. We have brought you some great games this year, including tonight's game. All right, so still 1st down. Handoff. A lot of running room. Look out. Number 2 that time for Carver. Deontay Childs had a lot of room on this near side. But another flag on the play. Check the call. Going to be another holding call. 3 straight penalties on Carver. So Carver trying to put this game away, but right now they are their own worst enemy. But they lead it 18-7, and they appear to be in control right now. They've been able to come up with a pretty good defensive game plan against this Crisp offense, except for the early touchdown. 18-7 is your score. We're in the 4th. Still a lot of time. 10:51 to go in the game. It's going to be 1st and 30 for Carver. 1st and 30. Here we go. Going to throw it long. Another jump ball. Thought it was intercepted there for a second, but he's going to be marked out of bounds. Almost another pick for this pick-happy Crisp County defense. Second down, snap, handoff, a little bit of running room. Carver at this point with the lead, they still got the momentum, and right now, if I'm Carver and Coach Pierre Coffey, I continue to run this ball and run the clock. 24-24 now, Buford and Mill Creek. Roswell all over Pope. Valdosta 24-8 on Richmond Hill. Thank you, Mike Sorensen. 3rd and long. Snap. Screenplay. Complete, and they got a lot of running room. 1st down. What a call. I think it's a 1st down. Going to be close to a 1st down. The problem is they had so far to go. No, I'm sorry. So it's going to be 4th and about a yard needed for the 1st. So they're going to be about a yard short of the 1st down. So here we go. 4th down. Carver, of course, going to go for it. What a great call that was. I was looking at the original yard marker. So 4th and about a yard, 2 yards needed for the 1st. Here we go. Carver, of course, going to go for it. Oh, my goodness. They gave it to Big 28, and he got stuffed. Somebody in a blue shirt just met number 28 in the hole. And no, sir, they're going to turn him back. That's a big play for the Crisp defense. Wow. That's what you call big boy football there. So here's Crisp now going to take over. What a play by the Crisp defense on that play. Mano a mano there. Wow. So here's Crisp, though. Can their offense do anything with it, though? That's the question. Because they have not been able to do anything so far. Pump fake. Quarterback's got nowhere to go. And as I mentioned earlier, Markavian Hartage, who had such a great first half, has really been stifled in this third quarter by the Carver defense. Give them credit. They have come up with a great play to thwart this Carver offense here in the second half. We're in the fourth. Hartage looks, throws. Incomplete. Diphtheria up on Deerfield Windsor, 20-0. All right, so here we go. Trying to check the time now. We've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game, and Crisp desperately needs something to happen here. Got a penalty on Carver, and that's going to give Crisp a first down. Still at their own 35, though. They got to get 2 touchdowns to get back in this one. Hartage throws. Intercepted. Hartage had a man out there, but an interception by number 23, Ja'Cory West. And that might do it there for Crisp. Hartage, who has had such a great game, mostly in the first half, has really struggled, as has this Crisp offense here in the second half. So here's Carver now taking over, and they're going to string it out. Huge tackle that time. Big loss for number 1, Kobe Castleton. Boy, give Crisp County credit, though. They have really battled. They'll lose about 4 yards on that play, second and long. Wow, big. Boy, I tell you what, that Crisp defense is pinning their ears back right now. Number 90 for Crisp, Zamarian Hudson. Great day. If that young man isn't getting looked at, PA announcer still into it. You got to love it. High school football on a Friday night. We are in Cordele, Georgia. Region 1 AAA matchup. Part of the ITG next game of the week. We got to start thinking about now our Baker Sports players of the game. I want to get y'all's input on that. Third down. Snap. Play action. Going to throw it long downfield. Batted away, incomplete. Carver fans asking for a pass interference. I'm not sure why. That was great defense by Crisp, who has played great defensive coverage tonight all game long. Caden Daniels that time knocking it away. So Carver now is going to be forced into a punting situation. You got to ask yourself, is there enough time left? 6:33 left to go in this game. If Crisp is going to get back into it, they got to get something in a hurry. Will Carver I was about to ask, is Carver going to dare fake that one? They do not. They punt it away, but it's great coverage by the Carver special team unit, who will get down there in a hurry, and they'll make the tackle immediately on the Crisp County return man. And so Crisp, if there is any chance for the Cougars to get back in this game, they've got to do it now. So let's start thinking about who our players of the game are for both teams. There's a lot of great candidates, I can tell you that. Hartage throws across the middle. Complete up to the 30. But Crisp has got to go, and they got to go in a hurry. Second down, about a half yard needed for the first. Hartage, he's gone the whole game tonight. Snap, looks. He's going to throw it long downfield. Incomplete. Just overthrew the intended receiver. Man, I'll tell you, Hartage has got a great arm on him. D. Williams says, Phil, last game of the year, y'all better come to Bainbridge. I hear you, brother. Mike Sorensen gives a Schley all over Taylor County, 45-6. Man, I tell you, that Schley team is one of the best. Them and Swainsboro vying for my number one spot. Don't forget, guys, I rank all the teams. I also do our pick six for ITG next. Hartage throws complete to that big tight end who's got it, fighting for yardage, still on his feet. They'll finally bring him down. That's actually number 12 who made the catch that time, Deshaun Fed. What a player he is. Now, he is going to certainly be up for my Crisp player of the game. Who is the Carver player of the game, guys? Almost got to give it to Deontay Childs, don't we? What do y'all think? Give me some feedback on our player of the game. Crisp running out of time here. They've got it, but their drive taking a lot of time. Throws complete across the 50. Right at the first down marker. Going to be about a yard short, it looks like. Five minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the game. Crisp has got to put up a touchdown, and they got to do it in a hurry. And then they've got to play defense, and that's a lot to ask in just 5 minutes, isn't it? Almanzo Count says Carver number 2 or number 1 player. I agree. What about Crisp? What do you guys think about player of the game for Crisp? Hartage, a lot of time, going to sail it long. Intercepted, I think. Carver has intercepted it, and that might just about do it. Ja'Cory West, defensive back, he's a junior, comes down with the interception. So what was maybe Crisp County's last hurrah is going to be a turnover. And guys, again, it's been a tale of two halves tonight. Crisp really looked good in the first half, but this second half, make no doubt about it, it's been all Carver. And now Carver, they've got the lead, they've got the momentum, they've got the ball, they've got the clock on their side, and they're going to try to milk this one away, but now they are hurting themselves now as we've got a penalty on Carver. Almanzo Count says Carver defense doing what they do, which is make plays. Absolutely. Guys, be sure to join me right here Monday at 5 o'clock. I host Extra Point with Phil Jones. We talk high school football for an hour and a half, and a lot like we do with the game. I'll let you guys offer the commentary for the show, and whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what we talk about. We'll talk about this game. We'll talk about Buford. We'll talk about Colquitt. And I got to be honest with you, after tonight, all across the state, a lot of the region standings and playoff standings are going to be a little bit clearer. Although there's still some playoff races and region seedings to be decided. But that's Monday, 5 o'clock. We do it every Monday, 5 o'clock, right here. ITG Next Facebook page, the Extra Point with Phil Jones, yours truly. Why not join us, guys? It's a great show, and I'm not saying that because it's me. It's, again, we make let our listeners, or our viewers, rather, kind of dictate the content, and it's all about you guys and what y'all want to talk about. Monday, 5 o'clock, Extra Point with me. Mike Sorensen says, y'all got time to run up to Buc-ee's. No, Mike, we got to go the other way. Chloe Watley says Deontay Childs, player of the game for Carver. I'm going to agree with Chloe. Now, you guys, what do you think about Crisp? Snap. Hunter looks, throws. Incomplete. He overshot his intended receiver up here at about the 32. So that's going to stop the clock. So that's not what Carver wanted if you're a Carver fan. But only 3 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. 3:43 left. Carver going to have to punt this one away. Now, if you're Crisp, why not bring the house here? You have nothing left to lose here. I mean, you got to get 2 touchdowns quick. 18-7. Carver leads it. All right, so we're getting a couple of different suggestions for the Crisp player of the game. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to be selecting the Baker Sports player of the game. Crisp comes after it. It's a high punt. It's going to take a Carver bounce, and it's going to roll dead at the 40. So Crisp will take over. 1st and 10 at the Carver 40. They got good field position, but do they have enough time? That is the question. Do we have enough time? Isn't that always the question, guys? Whether it's football, whether it's life, whether it's enough time in the day, do we have enough time? McKeel Passmore, great coverage. Thank you for sharing. Love the commentary. Thank you for that, McKeel. I appreciate that. We have been under a heavy mist rain all night tonight, and it has not let up. Still a heavy mist here with about 3 minutes left to go in the game. Can Crisp get a late score? No. Intercepted. Interception by Carver. So that's going to just about do it. Elizabeth Tarantino. Elizabeth has got, by the way, great suggestions tonight all throughout the game. As Shan McClendon Thomas says, ball game. Elizabeth Tarantino says that Crisp wide receiver is MVP. And I guess you would be talking about Deshaun Fedd, right? Yeah, I agree. So, with help from our viewing audience tonight, as Crisp defense still playing tough. Wow, give them credit. So, again, with the help of you guys, Almanzo Cal says this live is the high school version of College Game Day. Wow, what a great compliment. Thank you for that. We give it all we got. And that is quite the compliment. Thank you for that. So, again, our players of the game with help from you guys is going to be, as y'all have suggested, Deontay Childs from Carver, our player of the game for the Carver Tigers. And for the Crisp County Cougars, going to give it to Deshaun Fedd. Obadiah Farley says this defense definitely was a defensive battle. Shan McClendon Thomas. Shan, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. If Carver manages the clock, they can take it home. Chloe Watley says, number 2, that's my cousin. Yeah. A little home cooking there for cousin number 2. No, he earned it. Deontay Childs. So Deontay Childs and Deshaun Fedd are each going to get a brand new pair of shoulder pads from Baker Sports, one of our 2-game sponsors. Quarterback run called all the way. Going to run him out of bounds up at about the 38. Commentator, who do you think will win the NCAA championship, Georgia or Alabama? It's going to be Georgia, of course. I'm a big Dogs fan. I can tell you who's not winning the World Series, though. 100% guarantee that it will not be the Braves. What a disappointment they were. So, Shan McClendon Thomas. So, my son is plays college ball. So, I moved to D.C. to be closer to him. Well, we miss you. I promise you that. Used to enjoy your chats, but we understand. Great to hear from you, though, Shan. Markevius Clark. Yeah, this is big time. I enjoyed the live. Appreciate it. Guys, thank you for the great compliments. We just really appreciate it. You know, we give it all we got, trying to be as professional as we can. Sean Suggs. Phil said, where you been? Yeah, I used to talk to her all the time. Y'all killing me, man. 250, what was a very rapid first half, boy, has turned into a snail's pace here in this fourth quarter, has it not, Mr. Producer? What's that? Oh, yes. The rain is coming down now in sheets. Score, please. I'm sorry. 18-7. 18-7. It was 7-6 at the half in favor of Crisp, but Carver came out with 2 touchdowns within the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, and we have been there ever since. 18-7, Carver in control. And right now they're just running quarterback keepers, and they're having a lot of success with it, moving the football and running the clock. Deshaun Suggs says, I've been waiting for Phil to cover a Carver-Columbus game. You are welcome, my friend. Thank you. We'll get you guys on the list again for sure. We try to spread it around. Shan McClendon Thomas says, I chicken every now and again. Not the same up in DMV. Georgia high school football is unmatched. Boy, it is, isn't it? Nothing like it, and we are proud to be bringing you a different game every Friday night. ITG Next. For those of you not familiar with us, how about getting familiar with us? This is all we do, high school sports. We cover all high school sports. We're all about promoting the student athletes, the coaches that make this game the greatest game, or the greatest sports, I should say, in the world, because that is all high school sports. girls softball, football, volleyball, whatever. We love it. What is that update on Peach and Mary Persons? Mary Persons was winning, says Michael Sorensen. Robin Daltrey says Columbus, Georgia, number 2, Deontay Childs. That's my grandson. Shining bright his senior year. Indeed, he is. Robin, for sure. Brandon Darius says Mill Creek just went up in that game. Man, what a game that is. By the way, I host the Buford Coaches Show with Bryant Appling. You guys can hear that early next week. Host about 13 coaches shows. I do them every Monday and Tuesday. We record them, and then we put it up for you guys to listen to for y'all's enjoyment. So be sure to check us out. ITG Next. ITGnext.com. You guys can check out all the work that we produce when it comes to high school football. Look out. Carver trying to tack another one on here. Going to get it down to the 25. Mill Creek 31, Buford 24 with 1:20 left in the fourth. Great day. Mary Persons defeats Peach 13-7. What a crazy year this has been across the state, guys. Irwin, Brooks, struggling. Peach, struggling. They played well tonight, but nothing like Peach normally plays. ELCA, I mean, what has happened to them? It's just been a crazy year. So many great teams have really suffered through this year. We're getting late here, guys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to go in the game with Carver on the march. Carver is in complete control, and they're looking to tack on another one. Danielle Spencer says, we have phenomenal student athletes. I love my students. Happy birthday to my cousin, number 55, Cam Dawkins from Carver. Yeah, come on. Man, y'all don't think that Thomas County Central HOCO game, October 21st, Saturday at 2 o'clock is going to be a barn burner? By the way, Jeremy Edwards, the HOCO coach, and his coach's show. You guys can hear that with me and Coach Edwards. We'll talk about this one. Guys, we appreciate y'all bearing with us tonight. A heavy mist / rain has fallen all day and all night. And we're down to about a minute to go in the game, and Carver's trying to punch another one in. Can Crisp defense stand tall here? The ball is just outside the 5. 24-17. Mill Creek is up. Wow. Steve Wilco's. What's up, Steve? We've got an injured player. And Carver's trying to punch another one in. Can Crisp defense stand tall here? 40 seconds to go in the game. 40 seconds. Carver trying to punch another one in here late. This Steve could, Wilco's, depending on if Carver scores or not, low snap. Going to hand it to the running back who will take it in for the touchdown. Number 28 takes it in. Punch another one in here. Zion Mabry for the final touchdown of the game. We think this could, depending on if Carver scores or not. His second touchdown of the night. Hand it to the running back who will take it in. That makes it 24-7. Takes it in. 3 unanswered touchdowns in the second half for the final has been the difference in this one. We think. His second touchdown of the night. That makes it 24-7. 3 unanswered touchdowns in the second half has been the difference in this one. So 13 and a half seconds left, and that's going to do it. Tracy Walton King says, and that's all, folks. Great job, Tigers. Indeed it was. So 13
Deshaun Suggs
says,
says, feel that
Gerald
Gerald
Mabry's son that played for Shaw when they was good. Tracy Walton King says, and that's all, folks. Great job, Tigers. Indeed it was. Deshaun Suggs, you have definitely kept me in the know tonight. Deshaun Suggs says, feel that Gerald
So again,
Mabry's
our
son
Baker
that
Sports
played for
players
Shaw
of the
when they
game
was
going to go
good.
to Deontay Childs for GW Carver. And for Chris, going to give it to Deshaun Fed in this 24-7 game that's probably going to end that way, with Carver improving to 3-0
GW Carver.
in region.
And for
Guys, again, I want to encourage y'all to check out my show, Extra Point, 5 o'clock on Monday.
in this 24
Right here, you'll love it. Probably going to end that way, with Carver improving to 3-0 in region. Be sure to check out our top 25 rankings. Yours truly
Guys, again, I
puts
want to
that
encourage y'all to
together,
check out my show, Extra Point,
as well
5
as my
o'clock
pick
on
six
Monday.
that I do every week.
Right here, you'll love it.
ITG next. Here we go. Kick. Low line
Be sure to
drive
check out our
kick.
top
Taking
25
it to
rankings.
35.
Yours truly puts that together, as well as my pick six.
Gonna knock him
that
back
I do
right
every
there
week.
at the 35. ITG next. And
Here
one
we
more
go.
play, and
Kick.
that's going to do it. Low line drive kick. Taking it at the 35. Gonna knock him back right there at the 35. And one more play. and that's
Deshaun
gonna do it.
Suggs
Says, safe travels home, my Carver High School alumni. Deshaun Suggs says, safe travels home, my Carver High School alumni. Obadiah Farley, I hear you, brother. Obadiah is on my case about his Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. Yeah, if they beat Hoco, definitely see some improvement or some movement in the top 25. I'll give you that. Long
Farley, I hear
throw,
you, brother.
incomplete.
Obadiah is on my case about his Thomas County Central Yellow
Game
Jackets.
will not end.
Yeah, if they beat
Still
Hoco,
7
definitely
seconds
see
left.
some improvement or some movement in the top 25. I'll give you that.
Long throw,
So-
incomplete. Be sure to check into my show on Monday. We'll tell you where the
Game will
ITG
not
next
end.
game of the week goes a week from tonight. We will tell you that 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be bringing you Lowndes High versus Richmond Hill. And
So,
that could be for
Be sure to check into my show
possibly
on Monday.
a
We'll tell you where
fourth and
the
final
ITG
playoff
next
spot.
game of the week goes. A
pass
week from
complete
tonight.
across the middle.
We will tell you that 2 weeks from tonight,
We're going to be bringing you Lowndes High versus Richmond Hill. And that could be for possibly a fourth and final playoff spot.
pass complete.
And
across
that's
the middle.
going to do it. The horn sounds to end this one. Your final score, 24.
And that's going to do it.
7.
The horn sounds.
A game that was 7-6 at the half. To end this one, with Crisp leading it,
your final score.
sees Carver come out with 2-24. Sees Carver come
put
out with the
two
final touches on a 24-7 win
touchdowns to take the lead 18-7.
Again, thanks so much, guys.
And
Daryl
then they
Spencer,
added an
thank you for
insurance
the kind
touchdown
words.
late in
Obadiah
the
Farley,
game
we'll see you, brother.
To put
Annika
final
Major, thank you
touches
for
on
the
a
coverage. Thank you for
24-7
all of the kind
win.
words tonight. Is that Hiram Cartersville
Again, thanks
game
so much,
final?
guys.
Are you
Daryl
kidding
Spencer,
me?
thank you for the kind words.
Great
Farley,
day.
we'll
What
see
a
you,
crazy
brother.
year this has been. Obadiah Farley, we will
Annika
see you on
Major,
Monday,
thank you for
brother.
the coverage.
Look forward to
Thank you
seeing
for
you on the
all
show.
of the kind
Look forward to
words
seeing
tonight.
all you
Is
other
that
guys. If you
Hiram
haven't,
Cartersville game
check out my
final?
show.
Are
Please
you
do so.
kidding me?
You'll love it, I think.
Great day. What a crazy
Most people
year
do when they
this has
check it
been.
out.
Obadiah
'Cause
Farley,
we
will
talk
see
high
you on
school
Monday, brother.
football,
Look
high
forward to
school
seeing you on the
sports.
show.
All right, guys.
Look
Again,
forward
your
to seeing
final
all
score
you other
tonight
guys. If you
from
haven't,
Cordele
check out my show. Please do so.
24-7.
You'll love it.
Carver wins it. They
Most
go to
people do when they check
5-3
it out.
overall.
We talk high school
Importantly,
sports,
more
all high school
importantly,
sports.
they go to 3-0 in Region 1 AAA. With the loss, Chris falls to 4-4
Carver
and 1-2.
They go
in Region
to 5-3
1
overall.
AAA.
Importantly, more importantly,
Again,
they go to 3-0
thanks to our
in Region 1
sponsors,
AAA. With the
Georgia
loss,
Farm Bureau
Chris
Insurance
falls to 4-4
and Baker Sports. And again, our Baker Sports players of the game, Deontay Childs for Carver.
Again,
and
thanks to our
for
sponsors,
Chris,
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance,
wide receiver,
and Baker
Deshaun
Sports.
Fed. Both
And
of
again,
those
our
young
Baker
men
Sports players
are going to
of the game,
receive a brand
Deontay
new pair of
Childs
shoulder
for
pads
Carver
from our friends at Baker
and
Sports.
for
Thanks so much
Chris,
for watching us. You've been watching
wide
the
receiver,
ITG Next
Deshaun
Game of the
Fed.
Week.
Both of those
See you
young
guys.
men
Have a great
are
weekend.
gonna receive